I am Jenny Rovina. I am Hani Babu's wife. Hani Babu is an associate professor in the University of Delhi, and he was recently arrested in the Bhima Koregaon Elgar Parishad case. He was the 12th person to be arrested in the case. Actually, he had got a summons from NIA, and he had gone to Mumbai as part of that summons to answer their questions. And he thought that he will come back in a day. He did not even take his clothes. He just went with his charger and his purse. But then they kept him there for 5 days, kept questioning him, and they showed these documents on his computer and kept asking him about that documents and asking him if he didn't know about it, who put it there, and things like that. And then on the fifth day, after 5 days, they arrested him. So after his arrest, I have met him only outside the court, and I have not been able to contact him properly. For days and days, he was in the quarantine, and we had no connection at all. Though we knew that he is in the quarantine, he also did not know, uh, uh, had no way to contact us. And the letters that we sent took 50 days to reach him. So for 50 days he did not even get any intimation from us. And it was later when he wrote letters, he said that that was really tough for him, because he didn't know. He just left us for one day, and then he didn't know what is happening to us and how we are, because we live in the city in Delhi, and we don't have many of relatives or anything there. That is not our hometown, or it's not the place where where we have a lot of friends. We have some friends, but it's not our place. So he was really worried about us for those 50 days. Then later they allowed video calls. First they allowed an audio call, and then later they allowed video calls, but this is only for 5 minutes. And also there's a lot of noise, so you can't really hear anything. So basically we can just see each other and not even say much. Mostly the communication has been through letters, but my letters are reaching fast now, but his letters take forever to reach. Like, so I get this, what he writes about in the last month, I get it after like 10-15 days. And it's like, so much has happened between that. So then I also send him some books. I send him some I send him a parcel that was returned, saying something was written in Marathi, which said like COVID Suraksha something. So, and we are told that because of COVID, they are keeping the jail like a bubble, and nothing's coming inside, nothing is allowed to be brought in. And even Babu wanted some winter clothes. So we called the jail, and they are saying that even a shawl will not be allowed now. Jail is not open for hand deliveries. So this is the situation. So our communication is not really, we're not able to communicate. Why, like, we don't know why they have decided 5 minutes for video call. Why can't it be 10 minutes or 15 minutes? Even if, like, why should the family also suffer? We have a young daughter. She's really missing her father, and why can't we talk to him? Like, at least he's an under trial, no? As an under trial, doesn't he have the right to talk to his family? Why should it be deprived? And the calls also come in 10 days. Why can't we have weekly calls? In fact, Sai Baba in another jail had protested against these very things, and he had gone on a strike. He was not even given medications. There's really inhuman treatment of, this. Like, now, Varavar Rao's case also, it's unbelievable. How can, this is cruelty, this is like torture. It's like, how can you have such a sick person and not do anything? This is a state doing it, and it's unbelievable. It's shocking that, and it's, this is the way in which they are functioning. And Babu inside the jail, it's very terrible for him, because he's not even an activist. He's not even somebody who is has any kind of that kind of experience. He was an ordinary academic and leading a middle class kind of life. For such a person, it is really difficult This is not something that he ever thought will happen, or so it's really really difficult. But I should say that he's really brave, and he's really, I'm really proud of him, because he's doing his best inside. He's trying to teach English to his fellow jailmates, and he's reading a lot. He's also planning to write now, slowly get back to his writing. So in spite, and but he's missing us, and he's really angry about the injustice. And like, how can you put somebody in jail by showing some fabricated documents? Aren't the courts responsible? Wouldn't they look at the documents, look at the authenticity? You just, somebody says something, there is a draconian law, and you just put people in prison like this. And for continuously, for such a long time, so many people have been there already in this case for almost 2 years. Is and so he's very angry with the injustice that is happening. But still, I'm very proud of him, because in spite of it, he is trying to adjust. And he also said that the people are very friendly there, and the fellow prisoners are very friendly, and they have a very communal kind of, very communally friendly kind of life. They live like a community, and they share, and share everything that they have. So that way, he's lucky to be in such a prison, and he somehow is struggling, and we are also struggling to support him. It's a struggle for all of us, and it's a struggle that we should not have had to face, because this is something that, this is not something that we asked for, or this is not something that we should have been asked to face. But we are trying to face it as best as we can, and we'll fight legally, and Babu will come out of this soon.
Thank you, Jenny Ravenna, for sharing Babu's life in jail. This means a lot to us, and we are all really proud of him. Thank you for speaking to Dalit Camera.
Okay.